Hello everyone and welcome to Mathics. I've done another AMC video. Australian Mathematics Competition is going to be for 2023 senior level. Well, I've done all the questions from 1 to 30 as always. But in this video, we're going to get only 1 to 15. And if you want to get all the 1 through 30 questions, you need to become a member of the channel. Not just subscribe, you just need to be a member. To become a member, you need to go to the front page of my YouTube channel and click on the button join. And once you do, you have full access to this video and a lot of other videos related to AMC. I'm making more videos and I'll keep updating the channel. I'm going to do different years, the different levels. And if you become a member, you will have full access to all of those videos. Now let me show you how you can become a member of the channel. To do that, go to the main page and you just have to go and click on this button right over here. Okay. Once you become a member, you'll do two things. You will have access to all the videos. Like I will just keep a lot more videos, AMC videos. You'll have access to all of them. And the second thing, you will also support this channel, right? I may spend time making all these videos. By supporting this, I could create even better videos and more videos. So you'll do both of these two things. And now let's get started with the questions. Okay, let's do question 1. What is the value of this number minus this number? So as you see, the first number is smaller than this one. So the result has to be negative. These options will be out. And so what we're going to do, we're going to first minus these, the big number by the smaller one. And then whatever the result is, we'll give it a -1. So when we do this, okay, you will realize that this 2 is less than this. So the first digit number has to be 9, okay? And definitely the result has to have a negative. So this will leave us with option B, and that would be the answer. Okay, question 2. We know that PQ, this one is 10, okay? And the area is actually 60. So we know that if I cut this triangle and move it all the way to here, okay, the shape we'll have, okay, will be a rectangle like this. Okay, I'm going to clean this part because we moved it. So we have moved this one over here. As you see, it will be a rectangle. And because the area is 60, this is 10, so this line over here is actually 6 from here to here. Okay, so if this is 6, what do we call it? PT, right? So PT is 6. Okay, which one of these is equal to 57 multiplied by 953? This question has been designed to waste your time. When we look at the option, you see that the differences are huge, okay? So we just need an approximation. So this is close to 1,000. So 57 multiplied by 1,000 is 57,000. Which one is close to this? Only this one, C. Now question 4, what is the difference between 2 to the 5th power and 5 to the 2nd power? This one is 2 multiplied by, say, 5 times. It's going to be 32 minus 5 times 5, which is 25. And of course, obviously, the answer will be, okay, 7E. Question 5, what is the value of the angle theta in the diagram? Okay, so you would see that here, I have to make this line over here. And this line, this is a line. Okay, so it's supposed to have 180 degrees. 180 minus 110 will give us 70 over here. This is 70 degrees. Okay. Now with the same reasoning, this is a line from here to here, right? This is 150, so this is 30. The internal angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. So that would make this one 80. And this one also 80. So we're going to have, this is theta. In front of theta, we'll have another theta here. So we're going to have 2 thetas plus 2 of this 160 will be 360. Okay, so you will see that the theta is 100. And there you go, that's the answer. The shaded square is inscribed in the larger square is shown. What is the ratio of shaded to unshaded area in the diagram? So this is 3, this is 4, and of course this is a right triangle, which makes this one 5. This one is 5, this one is 5 because it's a square. So the red area will be 25, which is going to be the shaded one. So the shaded one is 25. What is the area of the biggest square? It's going to be, this is 7. If this is 7, this is also 7. It's a square. So the full area of the square is 49, but we shouldn't make mistakes, right? Because here it says shaded to unshaded. The area of the unshaded one will be 49, the biggest square, minus 25, which is the red one, is 24. So this B would be the answer. Okay, I think it's easy, but you could make a mistake. Question 7. Jemmy multiplies together all the numbers from 1 to 18. What are the last 3 digits of the result? Okay, I have to do just a little teaching here before I give the answer. Well, we know that 2 times 5, okay, is going to be 10, right? But if I give you 2 times 5 and a lot of other numbers, like I multiply by 3, and then I multiply by 7, then I multiply by 99, what would be the last digit? Okay, the last digit would still be 0 because here we have a 2 and a 5. Okay, but to this multiplication, if I add another 2 and another 5, what happens? Here, you could do it on a calculator if you like. So if I add another 2 and another 5, then the last 2 digits will be 0. So it's going to be blah, 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 0 and 0. So for each 5 and each 2, a 0 is created. Now Jimmy would go on, okay, and multiplies all these numbers. It's going to go like 1 times 2 times, okay, we have to count the number of 2's and the number of 5. The smallest number would define the number of zeros. So for example, so here we reach to 5, that's 1 5. And 10 is 5 times 2 will give another 5. So 15 will give us another 5. We'll end up with 3 5s. Okay, and do we have at least 3 2's? Obviously. 2 is here, 4 will give us additional 2's, 8 will give us another 3. So there are a lot of 2, okay, over here. But maybe 2 to the power of 15, so I don't know, I didn't count. Okay, but we'll have 3 5's, so the last digit will definitely have 3 zeros at the end. Okay, so it's going to be A. Question 8. A fuel tank is 40% empty, so this part is 40%. Now, which percent is full? Obviously, it's 60% full now. Okay. Then 4 liters of fuel is removed. The tank is now 40% full. So that means it's getting lower. Okay. Here we had 60% at the beginning. Now we have 40%. So what percentage did we lose? Okay, 20% is lost. Okay. So now this 20% which is lost is equal to 40 liters. How many liters are in a full tank? So 20% of something is 40. What is all of that? We know that 20%, I could write it this way in case you've forgotten it. So it would be 1/5 of something is 40. So we have something is 5 part, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So one part of it is 40. This is the simplest I can just go. And we have 5 of this. So it's going to be 5 times 40, which will be 200. Okay. So the volume V of a sphere of radius r is given by this formula. For a sphere of volume V is equal to 100. Which of the following is closest to the radius? Okay, so we're going to assume pi is equal to 3. If that's the case, so we're going to cancel this 3 by this pi. So it's going to be 100 is equal to 4r cubed, dividing both sides by 4. Okay, we're going to get 25 is equal to r cubed. Okay, so now if r is 3, okay, if r is 3, right, I'm going to go here. So if r is 3, this side will be r cubed will be 27. But this is 25, so r is going to be slightly less than 3 to get this 25. Okay, so the only one that is a slightly less than 3 is this 2.9. If I add 3 consecutive odd numbers, I get a total of this. The largest of these 3 integers is, okay. Now let's just see here. If we have 3 odd integers, any of them, so like 5, 7, and then 9, you'll see that the difference is always 2 between these two, right? 5 plus 2 is 7, 7 plus 2 is 9. So that's the only thing we need to know to answer this question. The rest, I would say, just guess. That would be the one. Like, for example, let's go with 3m. So 3m would be the largest of all. Okay, then the one before that is going to be 3m minus 2. And then the one before that is going to be 3m minus 4. Okay, so now what is the total of this? When we add them, it's going to be 9m minus 6. So definitely, okay, they're not the same. So this one is definitely not the answer. So which one is it? I think it's kind of obvious. So if we have, if 3m plus 3, the last one, is, okay, the largest, as the question says. So the one here would be 3m plus 1, and then we go back 2 is going to be 3m minus 1. And when we add all of these, you'll see that these two will cancel. So we're going to end up with 9m plus 3. So there you go. Question 11, the value of this is equal to which one? We know that a plus b squared, like this, will be a squared plus b squared plus 2ab. Now the first term is a, the second term is b. When we square them, they cancel out the square root. So a squared will be 24. B squared will be 54 plus 2 times square roots of 24. Sorry. So the square root of 24 multiplied by square root of 54. I think another one is coming too. Okay, so here, let's see this part. These two together will be 78 plus 2 times of. This one, I'm going to write it as the square root of 8 multiplied by square root of 3. Okay. 54 is equal to 2 multiplied by 27. So I'm going to write it as the square root of 2 multiplied by square root of 27. Okay. And now we know that when we multiply, order is not important. So I'm going to multiply these two first. So it's going to be the square root of 8 multiplied by square root of 2 is going to be square root of 16. So I'm going to write 78 plus 2 times the square root of 16 multiplied by. Now these two together, the square root of 3 and a square root of 27. Okay, so it will be a square root of 81. Okay, so we know that the square root of 16 is 4, the square root of 81 is 9. So it will be, I'm going to write it here, 78 plus 2 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 9. Okay, so this will be 3672. So as you see, it's going to be 150 over here. Okay. In a group of 6 people, there are 3 pairs of twins. How many 3-member committees can be chosen that do not contain any pair of twins? I think one of the options should have been 1. That would also be deceiving. But again, so we're going to have 6 people. Okay, so A and A prime, okay, are twins. Okay. B and B prime are another twins. C and C prime are another twins. Okay, you have to see that I can write A and A. See, if you write it like this is not correct because twins are identical, but they're 2 different kinds of humans. Like they have different names, right? So now we're going to get a committee of 3 members. You can't, if you put A here, A prime cannot go here. Okay, so that means we have 3 groups. From each one person should join this committee. Okay, so here we'll have 2 options. Here we have 2 options. Here we have 2 options. So it's going to be 2 times 2 times 2. Okay, so the answer will be 8. You could also keep writing a list. Okay, so for example, if you have A, B, C would be one of them. Okay, so, and then A, B prime, and C would be another one. Okay, now the solution number 2, okay, it's going to be A to power of -1 is going to be 1 over A minus 1 over B. Okay, the big fraction line. And this one will be 1 over A squared minus 1 over B squared. So this now has to remind of something. There is a negative and both of them are squared. Immediately you have to think about this. X squared minus y squared is equal to, okay, x minus y multiplied by x plus y, right? Now in our case, 1 over A is x. So 1 over B is y. So let's just go and replace the new values. So I'm going to go 1 over A minus 1 over B. So now this one, it will be, once we add these two, 1 over A plus 1 over B, multiply by, once we minus them, subtract 1 over A minus 1 over B. So you would see that this one and this one are equal, so we'll cancel. So it will be 1 over A plus 1 over B. Is this in the options? No, so we have to simplify it even more. So what is 1 over A plus 1 over B? Okay, remember, if you get confused anytime, replace them by numbers and just review the steps. So if I ask you what is 1 over 2 over 1 over 3, then what do? You just go, 2 times 3. So you multiply these two. So here will be AB. Now here, what do you do here? You'll go like 3 minus 2. So it will be B minus A. So instead of this, I'm going to write this. So it will be 1 over B minus A over AB. Okay, which will be equal to the reciprocal of this. So AB will go on top. Oh, by the way, sorry guys. So here I made a mistake here, A plus B. So this would be plus. Okay, so here is also a plus. Okay, so it will be over A plus B. Okay, which is going to be the option C. So I think the number 1, just guessing some values, working with that was an easier way. A bag contains red and yellow balls such that the ratio red-yellow is 5 to 7. Then 10 balls of each color are removed and the ratio changes to 5 to 8. How many balls were originally in the bag? So again, if you want to solve this question, it would be a bad idea. Let's just do some guesswork. So I'm going to go with the middle one because maybe later I know that I have to go this way, lower or higher. Okay, so if the middle one, if the original number in the bag were 72, so how many of this and how many of this do we have? It's going to be 72 divided by 5 times 7. It will be 6. So that means we had 30 of red, okay, and 42 of this. I just multiplied 6 by 5 and 6 by 7. Okay, now it says 10 are removed from both sides. So it will be 20 and 32 after I remove 10 from all of them. So let's simplify both of them by 4. This would be 5. Okay, and this will be 8, which is the answer. There you go. So I just really guessed it right away. So if I was not lucky, like this one, I would go with 84, or I'll go with 60. Okay, then we find it. So let's do it with 60 and see why 60 is not the right answer, but 72 is. So if we had originally like 60, we can do some cleaning. Okay, 72 is the answer. But if we choose like, let's just try 60. Then 60 over 5 plus 7 would be, okay, 5. So that means initially we had 25 reds and we had 35 of this yellow thing. We remove 10 from both of them, will be 15 and 25. Dividing both of them will be by 5 will be 3 and 5. So as you see now, the ratio is 3 to 5, not 5 to 8. So 60 is not the answer. And 72 is the right answer because I was lucky. In the solution to this number puzzle, whenever there are 3 numbers in a straight line, the middle number is the sum of the other 2. What is the value of x? Okay. So A is the sum of this plus the sum of this. I think if you saw the previous questions, then you know how we answer these types of questions by coming up with different values. So I will assume C is 3, X is 1, then this one will have to be 2, okay. I would guess this one's 0, so B becomes 2. A will be the sum of 0 and 1. So whichever is the right answer, okay, we'll have to work with these numbers too. Okay, So if A is 1 plus B is 2 plus 3, 1 plus 2 plus 3 is 6, divided by 2 will be 3, but we know X is 1, so A, goodbye. So B is 2 minus D will be negative, goodbye. So now this one, A is 1, B is 2, minus 3 will be 0. Okay, so C will be 0, but we know X is supposed to be 1. Bye-bye. D. This will be 2 minus 3 plus, wait, I got confused. So A was 1, minus B is 2, plus 3, okay? All of this multiplied by 1 over 2. So as you see here, this would be positive 2 multiplied by 1 over 2 is 1. So D is okay, but let's just check E. So B plus C, okay, will be 5, minus 1 will be 4. 4 multiplied by 1 over 2 is 2. So this one is again not the right answer. So the only one that could be the answer is one of them, D. So we're pretty sure D is the right answer. If fx is equal to 5 plus x and gx is 7 minus x, what is the